Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. And it's Saturday night, and you know what that means. It's time for the AEW Collision Event Center. And now, here's the man who's always been on a collision course with his brain half the time, Eric M. Lima.
Thank you very much, Mr. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode number 1262 of the show, and this will be the AEW Collision Event Center for the 9th, today, 2024. First and foremost, as you know, I'm on vacation as of right now, as of 10 o'clock this morning after I got out of work. And I'm very, very pleased as punch that, and hopefully everything will go well. The only obstacle in this vacation I have left is jury duty. And if I get called in, then I get called in. If not, if I'm not needed, well, I can just chillax. But just in case, though, I will put out my Trebek Tuesday episode on Tuesday. The only difference is I'll be scheduling that. Excuse me. I did a little fart. Anyways, So, keep your fingers crossed. I know they say 9 times out of 10 they say forget it. So, we'll find out. Sure, I'll find out Monday afternoon, Monday evening, whether or not I go in. So, and if I don't, well, I can enjoy my vacation until I go back to work the following Monday. So, yeah, so wrestling's been crazy. It's going to get even crazier with big business coming into town in Boston. And I also want to wish. I think I forgot to do this before. I want to wish a former guest on the Rant and Rave episode 200, Melina, a happy birthday. And just to interview her and talk to her, and she's so sweet and very open. It just made my day. And I want to wish Melina a very, very happy birthday, Melina. You made my day coming in, being a guest on Rant and Rave. Episode 200, you were so sweet and still got that beautiful smile. And you're at 45 years old, you don't even look it. You look like you were 25, for goodness sakes. Melina is still gorgeous, in my personal opinion. I'll tell you one thing, man. It's so nice. Anyways, so happy birthday, Melina. And thank you for coming in as a guest of Rant and Rave. Very, very honored. We're going to talk about AEW Collision. It kicked off with Bryan Danielson taking on the big man, Shane Taylor of Shane Taylor Promotions, with Lee Moriarty in his corner. Heck of a matchup. Bryan Danielson finally won with that running high knee. And then Will Ospreay, the GOAT bruv, as I like to call him, comes out, talks to Danielson after the matchup. And then they decide to have a match against each other. Dynasty, April the 21st. And I'm sure Tony Khan would probably love to sign that matchup. So there's that. So they agreed to a matchup in AEW Dynasty. Trios matchup. First of 2 trios matches. The Young Bucks and Kazuchika Okada, the Rainmaker. Young Bucks, Matthew Nicholas Jackson, the EVPs. The New Elite, I should say. To go up against the team of Liam Gray, Adrian Alanis, not Adonis, Alanis, and John Cruz. And the Young Bucks, Rainmaker Okada, did pick up the victory. Eddie Kingston tried to get at Okada, but the Young Bucks kind of stopped him and jumped on him. Penta decided to come to Eddie Kingston's aid, who was a 3-on-1 attack, and then Pac came back, got into Okada's face, and Pac goes, "I'm back," and then Eddie Kingston was motivated to say, "Hey, big business, 6 trios matchup, 6-man tag. Be there." So, and I think Okada versus Kingston for the Continental Crown Championship, I wouldn't be surprised that match would be made for Dynasty. We'll find out for sure. So that's what happens here. Trish Adora went one-on-one with Mariah May. Mariah May dressed in the rocker Tony Storm outfit. Mariah May won the matchup, and then Tony Storm came out, and they had the award ceremony. Timeless Tony Storm, and she awarded May with a Tony Award. With the eye, so they don't get sued. Comes down to Purrazzo attacking Storm, and tried to attacking Storm with that shoe award. May helps out Tony Storm. They both laid out Deonna Purrazzo. It looks like this one's not over between the Virtuosa and the Timeless one. Meanwhile, Nick Wayne with the Patriarchy in tow went up against Adam Priest. And Adam and Nick Wayne did end up winning the matchup, but then somebody was holding the flag. I think Christian does not skips leg day or something like that. Christian Cage grabs the sign, throws it down. It was a masked fan in a conquistador mask. It started and they started fighting and brawling. I was like, what is this all about? And I'm surprised that none of the security stopped them. But then all of a sudden, he took off. The fan took off his mask after laying out Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Kill Switch. Found out it was Adam Copeland. And then Adam Copeland had something in his hand. Had something in his briefcase that made the Patriarchy back out. And then Adam Copeland was holding on to the title. As you know, in Toronto, March the 20th, I should say, the first day of spring, they will collide for the TNT title in an I Quit match. That is going to be a huge deal. So I'm kind of looking forward to that matchup. So that's going to be something. So Lexington interviewed Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal, and Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett says, don't worry about trusting me. I'm going to go out there and beat the crap out of the House of Black for you. And then Jay Lethal goes, I trust you, Jarrett, but you got to put trust in me. And then Mark Briscoe gets fired up. He's ready to go. And so let's go kick some butt. Chris Jericho went up against Titan. That's Titan in Spanish. For the CMLL wrestler. And Chris Jericho using the Lionheart gimmick, or Corazon de Leon, and Jericho ended up winning the matchup, but the Gates of Agony was attacking Jericho after the matchup, and a Hook comes to Jericho's aid. Then Tony Schiavone interviewed FTR. FTR was talking about said they'll work hard to be the best, greatest tag team of all time. I think they're the greatest tag team in this century alone. Of all time, though, that's a debatable thing. But in this time period, this time period right now in recent history, yes, FTR is the greatest of all time in recent history, of all the recent tag teams that came by. But here's the thing. Of all time past and present, though, that's a debatable subject to think. I'm thinking like Road Warriors. I'm thinking about the Steiners, Demolition, the Usos, the New Day. What other tag teams then? The Midnight Express, the Rock and Roll Express. A lot of great tag teams are some of them are light years ahead of FTR. But FTR, I can understand FTR's case because look, they basically held every tag team title known to man. So they said they want to prove that once again by winning this tournament and winning the belts. The Infantry interrupts FTR and says, hey, we're going to challenge you, but we're coming for your spots. So the Infantry, Carly Bravo, the Captain Sean Dean, that's the team. And I think it's going to be an interesting tournament to see who enters that tournament. So yeah, tag teams have been a hot topic in both WWE and AEW, especially some tag teams are forming in WWE, like New Catch Republic. You got all the tag teams in NXT vying. You got the Creed brothers. We'll see what happens in those tag team situations, especially in AEW with the tournament. What's the brackets? How's the tournament going to work? Could be a single elimination tournament. Who knows? In one-on-one action, Mystico versus Angelico of the Spanish Announce Project, along with Serpentico. And Mystico did win the matchup, but then both men decided to shake hands after the match, which is a good way of sparking sportsmanship right there. But the main event was an Atlanta Street Fight Trios matchup. The House of Black that consists of Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews with Julia Hart in their corner against Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal, and Jeff Jarrett, having Satnam Singh, Karen Jarrett, and Sanjay Dutt in their corner as well. This was an all-out brawl, and then they decided to set a table on fire, but Sanjay Dutt tried to stop Brody King. Brody King backed out, and Julia Hart came out with a gasoline can, and Brody King stepped on Sanjay Dutt's back and pours the gasoline, and then I think a lighter that Julia Hart had, it was about to threaten put Sanjay Dutt on fire, but then Karen Jarrett comes out, low blows. It wasn't Brody King, it was Buddy Matthews. Karen Jarrett low blows Buddy Matthews, so I'm going, I think Rhea Ripley, I should have said something like Rhea Ripley's not going to be very happy with that. Then And then Sanjay Dutt shoved Buddy Matthews through a table. Meanwhile, Julia Hart starts in Karen Jarrett, but again, Julia Hart's face, she spit and missed her in Karen Jarrett's eyes. Karen Jarrett and Sanjay Dutt bailed out of there. And so she comes down to ringside. Buddy Matthews recuperates. Brody King got clobbered in the head with a guitar, and then he went through a table. But then, despite all that, though, they got Mark Briscoe. They were targeting him. And then they set the table afire. They put Mark Briscoe through it. And then they pinned him in the middle of the ring. The House of Black ends up winning the match. And that is it. Well, that is it. That is all the time we have. Episode 1262 of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. If you like this video or any other videos that I do, please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, as you know. And tell everybody you know about this channel. My goal is to reach 300 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's the ultimate goal. So I'm trying to, the ultimate year-end goal is go and get 300 subscribers, I think. That's the best way to go about it, and I'm hoping to do it. All right, but other than that, I'm going to keep doing my videos despite that. I'm going to try to surpass my previous 2 channels. That's my ultimate goal, basically, to surpass my previous 2 channels I made here. So, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and until the next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, please take us home. Good night, everybody.
That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, doing for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Bofa Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.